Hello, my name is Anita Javonik and I work as an English teacher at Glina Primary School. I have been teaching for almost 22 years and I mostly work with students aged from 9 to 14 years old. So far, I have participated in few Erasmus projects and beside teaching, I also do some DIY crafts and activities at English Creative Workshop as an extracurricular activity in our school. So let's see what I have prepared for you. Just a second to share a screen. So this is the topic. This is something that I've prepared for you. I would like to show you how three R's and STEM actually can work together in creativity. Uh, so, three R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Here in these two workshops, children will learn and or revise that there are a lot of things that we can reuse again and make something new of it, and also that they can throw something not into the garbage, but they can put it in the right container, and in this way they can recycle it. We can, of course, connect that with STEM because these two activities support and science and design, technology, and maths curriculum. And also, of course, as I told you, teach children how to reuse waste and make something new. So I have prepared two workshops for you. The first one is how to make a plastic lamp, and the second one is birds' houses. So I would like to start with the first one, but before doing the workshop, maybe because for lamp, of course, we need electricity, we need current. So this is, before starting, it's a good thing actually to start with making some simple unelectric circuits. There are a lot of tutorials on the net. You can find it really very easily, and it depends how your students are old. So you will choose what is the best option for you. Here I put a link for one for making an electric circuit, which is done with paper and with copper tape, and it's a very simple one. So after that, when you revise that or teach your children that, you can start with the workshop I've prepared for you. So supplies that you need plastic lamp are these. You can tell your children, your students to collect bottles. If they don't have, probably some of them have a 7-liter plastic bottle, and I'm sure they got some old books and magazines or some decorative paper left from their present or someone else's. So they can collect these two things, and the other things you have to actually prepare for this workshop. You need a crafter knife, a screwdriver, a lighter, a pair of sharp scissors, something to apply a glue. It can be paintbrush if you want to. You need PVA or craft glue for plastic. You need a light bulb, a cable, and a plug, of course. So next thing that you can do with your students is maybe before decorating, teach them how to connect a cable to a plug and a bulb holder. Here, this is a part where you can also teach children how bulb holder has got two terminals, that one is for a positive lead and the other is for negative lead. And this is actually how current pass through the light bulb in the holder. So when you have revised that, you can tell them to remove 1 inch of wire covering from each end of 2 copper wires. For that, you will need a knife or a craft knife to cut this plastic insulation. Important is, of course, not to cut the wires. And once you have cut it here, then you just peel off this plastic thing. And then you will connect all the wires. This is very simple. And on these photos, you can see what are steps and you can follow them very easily. And this is it, actually. You got a light. After this part, you can prepare your students for decorating light shade. And before starting, you can also do some maths. You can revise or teach your students some things, because you've got a big plastic bottle, 7-liter bottle. Here you can revise and fractions and measurements. They can use their markers, they can divide. It depends what do you want. It depends how old your children are. So you can divide this bottle and tell them, I don't know, to mark 1/8 of it. Depends on you. Or they can mark, they can measure the bottle and mark decimeters and centimeters. Here you can actually revise this part of maths. When you finish with that, then maybe you can start with preparing light shade and decorating. First, this is why you need a screwdriver and a knife, because you have to move this plastic thing. And of course, remind your students to throw it into plastic container. So you will cut this bottom. You don't need it. So this is also the part that you are going to throw it into the container for plastic. How much will you cut? It depends on you. Do you want a longer lamp or shorter one? You will see later on photos, so it will be easier for you to see. And so this is a part actually you don't need. You need this. This is your lampshade. Don't be confused because this one is white and this one is plain, because I skip some steps because you don't need it. So please don't mind that. You need the glue for a plastic, and you need prepared. It is good that paper stripes are already prepared. And for this part, you can also do math, because you can tell your students to cut them, to measure. You can measure whatever you want to. It's your option. It's optional. So you can prepare that, but it is important to be prepared, because their fingers will be sticky and everything, and it will be very difficult to do cutting when your fingers are all covered with the glue. So next step is to apply a little bit. You are starting with the bottom of this shade, and you have to apply a little bit of this glue for plastic, and then put the stripes one by one. It's good to know. It's good. You can. It's yeah. You have to warn your kids to when they are putting these stripes, not to leave the space between them. This is the thing that is good to know. So you're just going around and around. When you do the first line, then you can start here, or if you want to, you can. And you have to, of course, cover all the shades, as you can see. You have to cover the top of it. Then there is another option. If you don't want to do stripes, you can do circles, and procedure is the same. Here you can see a lampshade which is shorter, so it's your decision. What do you prefer? And this is it, actually. How does it look like in the end? If you want to, here you can see that you can combine two different papers, or you can use just magazines, old magazines. There are a lot of possibilities, really a lot. So this is about a lamp. And let's see the other one. As I mentioned before, the second workshop is about birds' houses. So before starting, you can revise with your students, or of course teach them something about endangered birds. You can talk to them about birds during winter. What do they eat? Where do they sleep? How do they find food? And so on and so on, etc. So, and then you can start with the workshop. These are things that you need for bird houses. Again, there are some things that they can collect. 1 2-liter plastic bottle, one 1-liter plastic bottle. Of course, if you have more groups, then you need more bottles. What else? Yeah, they can collect small stones. You will see later what is it for. You need a pair of sharp scissors or cutters or craft knife, lighter or matches, primer for plastic again, some acrylic color, paint brushes, a rope, small stones, and hay or raffia. And also you will need some supplies for, I will show you 2 ways of decorating the birdhouse. So this one is the second option. You need tapestry paper glue or decoupage glue or Mod Podge. You will find instructions on the net. Also, students can collect some colored magazines, old books, and craft papers. And also, again, you'll need PVA or craft glue for plastic. And then when you have prepared, you can start. You will start with cutting. This is, we will use this 2-liter bottle for the top of the roof, and you have to cut it. And it is important to burn the edges, because these edges are very, very sharp, and you can cut yourself. So this is why you need a lighter or matches. So this will be our roof, and this is the main part. This is our house made of 1-liter bottle. Also, you can see where is cut it. This will be the door. This is the bottom, and also burn the edges. As I have mentioned before, there are two ways of decorating the bottle. You can decorate it just to color it, and the other way is to use decoupage technique. I will tell you later something about it. Here also, before decorating, you can also do some mats, not just to revise something about birds, but you can also do some measuring. And then let's see, this is a primer or a base for a plastic. You need that because the color won't stick on plastic. You can easily then peel it off. So you need a primer for it. And when you put a layer of this primer, you have to wait a few minutes, and I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or 15, depends actually on manufacturer's instructions. So you can check that. But when this layer of glue is dry enough, touch dry, then you can put some color on it. And after that, you have to make holes here and on this main part, because you need them later. You need them to connect, to tie it up. And after that, when you have finished with coloring, you can protect it more with something. You can put this primer again or some lac. And after that, this is a finished work. The first way of decorating with color. Here you will put, as you can see at the bottom, you will put some stones and then some hay or raffia for birds. And you can see that this is tied up, and there is a rope here, so you can tie it up to some branch. And this bottle, this bird house, is decorated with the decoupage technique, and it's very actually easy. Because you can find it on the net, instructions and tutorials, and for that you need Mod Podge or tapestry glue, as I mentioned before. And there are actually 3 steps for it. First, you have to put a layer of the glue, then you put stripes. You can see here, this is colored, and you have to put stripes of the paper or whatever you use, stripes on it, and then again another layer of the glue. And this is actually it. So it's very easy. You have to try it if you haven't so far. And this is actually it. So I hope that you have enjoyed, and see you. Bye.